So Patty challenged me to make a video about puffins because she read this book about Iceland and there are puffins there. And puffins are really awesome birds. I used to kind of be obsessed with them, as you will soon learn. I have Puffin Puppet. You put your fingers in his wings and he makes a little hello there. I love him. And so this is the little guy and this is the huge, humongous one. I got both of these in Alaska, where they have two species of puffins, but the puffins that the Iceland book talks about are a different species of puffins. So here I go. There are three species of puffins in the world as we know them. They vaguely look like this. There's the Atlantic puffin, which is the kind that Patty read about in her Iceland book, who live in the North Atlantic and at one time lived in the United States and then were kind of pushed back into Canada because they were hunted and prey was scarce, and then they were brought back to the northern United States by a man named Stephen Kress. This is Stephen Kress and his project called Project Puffin, which established this little haven on an island called Eastern Egg Rock in Muscongas Bay in Maine, and I went there and I met him and it was really cool because he's the guy who brought back puffins to the United States. Eastern United States. Now in the western United States, in Alaska, there are the two other species of puffins, the horned puffin, which looks a lot like the Atlantic puffin, as you see, and the tufted puffin, which looks a little like a macaroni penguin, which I guess is how people get puffins and penguins confused. They're totally different, because puffins can fly. Puffins are much smaller. I would say, like, this is probably twice the size of a real puffin, and this is probably like a third of the size of a real puffin, so that's not a good gauge at all. They eat fish, and they collect fish in their colorful beaks there. They only have those colorful beaks in the spring. It's a mating thing, you know, oh look at me, I'm so attractive, my nose is enormous and bright red, you know. Doesn't work on humans, but in puffins it's very, very attractive. In the winter they lose their colorful beak and it becomes smaller and blackish and gray, and that's not interesting at all. So when we went to Alaska in late August, saw a bunch of puffins with their bright orange beaks on. It's really cool. And then when I was at Hog Island and we went to Eastern Egg Rock, it was early June and it was just like brilliant, dazzling colors. Well, this is something I probably should have told you. Puffins nest on cliffs like many shorebirds in these gigantic colonies. So, you know, you're in your boat out on the bay and you see one puffin and this like cliff island over here, you know, you're gonna turn around the cliff island and suddenly there's gonna be 10,000 puffins on the other side. So these giant cliffside colonies with bunches of other seabirds. There's puffins, there's this little black bird called guillemot. Hog Island we have Guillemot Appreciation Day once every summer, which is cool. There's also razorbills, which look like, I guess they look like little mini penguins. Also, you know, seagulls. And in Alaska there are birds called kittiwakes, which look like little tiny puffy seagulls. And they're so cute. And there's the black-legged kittiwakes and red-legged kittiwakes, which I guess you can tell the difference between those. Puffins are cute. That's all I have to say. And so I named these two guys, and I decided to give them themed names because I had a third one once. It wasn't just these two, so I named them the palindromic names. So this is Otto, and this is Eve, and the other one was Bob.